Were you labeled gifted as a child? Maybe in the 3rd grade, your teacher recommended that your parents have you skip a grade level. Or maybe you were placed in a gifted and talented program where you got to spend time with other gifted and talented kids doing cool projects that were different from what the other students in the normal classes were doing. And are you also now an adult who is feeling like butter scraped too thin over toast? To quote the great Bilbo Baggins. What if we just decided to let go of that identity? If you're like me, maybe you've been unknowingly spending your life trying to live up to those gifted and talented and special expectations or labels placed upon you. And you probably grew up with a sense of competitiveness towards other people. Not consciously, but I think on a subconscious level, I've had this feeling inside of me that wants to be better than other people, that wants to be special, that wants to be gifted and uplifted, maybe higher than others or seen as special in some way. And the reality is I'm not. Like, we're all equal. So what am I pushing for? What am I trying so hard to prove? Yes, being in that program was fun because I got to work on cool projects like researching a silverback gorilla and playing a game about feudalism, or building a structure out of cardboard, or learning about tesseracts and going to cool museums. But beyond that, I feel like it's just put this ceiling over me, this claustrophobic roof. Like, I'm in a room and it's getting smaller and smaller and smaller. It gets harder and harder for me to meet those lofty expectations. And that's the thing, is I don't even know what the expectation is, that I'm supposed to be great. Oh no eye contact. I'm supposed to be great and special and gifted and wonderful, and yeah, we're all like that in one way or another. But the presumption was that I was greater to some degree, like more special, more gifted, more talented. I'm going in circles. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm full of exhaust fumes, I think. You know, when you're trying to like attach onto thoughts and it's just like smoke, you can't grab onto the thought and express it. But seriously, what if we just tried our best to let go of this paradigm that we were raised to believe about ourselves? I'm not saying that you should start looking down upon yourself and saying like, oh, I'm actually not gifted or talented or special. No, it's more of, what if I was never in that program, and what if I was just nurtured to learn and be curious and open-minded and explorative? And see what I'm capable of doing without the pressure of, I must be great, I must be gifted, I must be special, I must be beyond the norm. Cause I'm tired, y'all. What do you guys think? Because I've been crying about this a little bit, on and off. Now I'm a little bit numb as I'm trying to process it, but yeah, I feel like it would just take a lot of pressure off. The world is challenging enough as it is. Like, who are you when you just wander? When you go back to who you were before you were told you were this. Huh.